posterity. Right, so welcome back to the third session now to complete off this question of our NBV areas for part B of question 35 in our kit. So we have just found the K value equals 1.28, and now from there we can go on and find our VAR at 90% confidence interval. Now, sometimes we say confidence limit or confidence level. Let me use what we have there as confidence level. Right, and we'll make our final closing statements as we explain these values. So we are at that. Once more, I could copy back what we had up here. Yeah, I guess I could do that as well. So it's not 1.65, it's now 1.28. Same 4,000, same square root of 5. So what is our new VAR? Somebody shout that at me. One four four 114.5. Yeah, rounding up to nearest thousands. 1.45. Yes. Yep. So same root of 5 times same 400,000 times 1.28. 1,144.8 thousand, or we can say 1,145,000. Right? So to close off for tonight and for part B only, it took too long to do part B, but we spent some time going over those VAR computations, so not a problem there. Yeah, let's close off. Oh, we also have to deal with the choice. So let us go with this VAR. So explanation of VAR. So I can say VAR provides an indication of the potential riskiness of a project. Example, if the company invests project D druggy, it's a drug with a high druggy. It can be 95% confident, and that's why I call it confidence limit. They call it the confidence level. 95% confident that the present value will not fall by more than 1, what did we get? 1, 4, 7, I need to go up to 5, 76,000. Right, so that's the limit of the amount of loss that you expect to make. 76,000. That was an amount in euros. So that's what we're looking at with the risk. So the value at risk, the value that you might lose, the maximum value that you might lose, and how confident are you in that value. So it says those two things in terms of measuring the risk. That we found the VAR, we found the value that you are risking, the value that you can lose, and again, that represents the maximum. However, if you change the computation parameters, we could end up with at the 90% confidence level, company can be 90% confident that present value will not fall by more than the next number we found, 1,145,000 euros. I think I spelled euros wrong the first time. Let's just fix that. Right, so that's the concept. Now, you could say it the other way around in terms of the 100 minus 95 gives you 5%, or the 5% chance that you would lose that amount. So, this is what we can use again to find or to decide between projects. This level of risk, potential loss can be used as another measure when deciding between projects like trucking and what was the other one? Something starting with P. P-R-I-V-I, briefing. Yes, thank you. So that's what we will then proceed to do. So you can call it potential loss, risk of loss, or just risk. Right, so this is our VAR, value at risk. Any queries with VAR? Make sure everybody's good. And let's move on to the final section to close off this part B. It is choice or recommendation. What can we call it? Yes, go ahead, Anita. What's the question? Justification for recommendation. Yeah, that's what I'm putting now, this little subheading for recommendation. So this little subheading area, that's where we're going to put in all the factors. So we could line them up, copy the first set for privy, primary question, and then drop in all of the numbers we got for Durgi or Druggy. So measures, Privy, Draggy. So we had the NPVs, which were calculated for us. Euros 2054. Tracking 2293. We had the IRRs to compare. The fee was 17.6. Tracking. We had 15 point something, 15.9. Excuse me. We had MIRRs, the modified IRR. The fee was 13.4. Its percentage. And we found our Draghi at 14%. And then we got the VARs over 5 years at 95% and at 90%. So what the risk levels, Privy was 113, 500, and 860,000. Turkey, we have values of 1475 and 1145. Right, now lining these up. So the idea in making this discussion now is identify what are the good stuff that you want to be higher and what are the bad stuff that you want to be lower. So NPVs, would we want those to be higher or lower to make the best choice? Come on. NPVs, the one we are looking for. Would it be higher? Do I draw up arrow or down arrow? Higher, right? Higher NPVs are better. IRRs, would that be higher or lower? Which one would we rather? And the giveaway to that is looking at what do these things mean. No, we don't want a low IRR. An IRR is an internal rate of return. So returns, remember, it's like profits. So you want returns or profits to be high. So the higher IRR, the better. And similarly with a modified IRR, you want that rate also to be higher. But with the VAR, R doesn't stand for return. R now stands for value at risk. So would you want your risk to be high or your risk to be low? Very good. We would want our risk values to be low. So let's compare. Who has the higher NPV? 2054 versus 2293. Durgi wins on, I keep saying Durgi, it's Draghi. That's why I didn't want to pronounce it earlier. So Draghi wins on NPV. On IRRs, looking for the higher, we will come over here to Privy B. On MIRRs, we're going back to Draghi. Right? Even if we had a 3.98 and you tried to round it to one decimal place, we've gotten back to 14.0. So now when we look at risk levels and you want a lower risk At the 95% level, 1.475 is too high, and we now prefer privy, right? So we want privy for both. Oh, look at that. Yes. So our usual measures are NPV and IRR, and NPV and IRR here are at loggerheads, and MIRR sort of throw the decision back to D's way, but the VAR is value at risk, pulls it all back, and I would say overall there are 3 ticks under privy, and you could go with that, right? So of course we can describe what I have here with my little arrows. That would form the basis of our closing comments. Let's go. Right, project B has low NPV but the higher IRR. However, the MIRR favors project D. In the absence of VAR computations, project D would have been chosen as the MIRR aligns with the NPV. However, the VAR being higher for D makes the decision unclear, since PV is normally considered the most superior method. Project appraisal. IRR and 2 VAR computations are going against the NPV. So what do we think as a final choice? The final choice really basically be anybody's guess, but you'll need to put a recommendation. So I'll steal a bit of the answer from the kit and say final choice depends on the manager's attitude towards risk. As the normal conflict is clear, or is present, that is higher returns and MIRR is given by the project D with the higher risk taking managers will therefore choose object D. Risk averse managers will therefore choose project B. Right, and that is where we shall leave it. Any other ideas? Anybody wishes to contribute at this stage? Any other concerns? So we spent 2 hours to capture 13 marks, ladies. Right now, of course, that included quite a bit of explanation, especially with the VAR, so that's not a problem. However, I hope you appreciate that we could have gone through that first area, especially the IRR that Kinesia missed a bit, so it's all recorded. I will post it tomorrow sometime. I need some sleep now. So, yeah, your IRR Kinesia was made very short work of using your financial calculator, right? By just punching in all of the relevant cash flows that you are given in this question. All right, so make sure everyone's okay. Any final queries for tonight? Now, of course, the parts A and C are there. They are not specifically part of the NPV syllabus area, which I wish to review first. If we had finished this earlier, I may have thought of looking at it, but kind of finished now, so we need to get to bed. Alrighty, any queries here? All right, make sure. Okay, you don't have to shout, Natalie, but that's all right. Just joking. Wednesday. So on Wednesday, I will consider, that's all right, that's okay. I will consider if we will do that part A and that part C. Think about it, see how you ladies like it. If you wish to type something up, please feel free to do so, and you could probably email it for assessment, and I could probably check on that. And I'm still awaiting a nice essay from Anita from those previous questions, that one previous question. I still have Kinesia's and Natalie's to mark, right? So thank you very much. Let me just stop the recording here and we can still chat. Where's the recording? There we go. Okay, goodbye.